Michael Beauregard Knowles. I don't know what your middle name is, actually. I'm at Taco Bell, and I thought I would watch my new buddy Michael reacting to our debate as my mealtime experience. So I'm eating my chalupa or whatever, and I am watching you, and I'm shocked that you cut out part of our conversation. We were talking about same-sex marriage, which, by the way, you can adopt a kid without being gay married, and you can gay marry without adopting a kid. So it did feel like sort of a weird sidebar, and that is why I wanted to pivot back. But we were talking about that because you wanted to, and you said the scientific community or literature or consensus supports your point, your opinion that same-sex parenting is bad for kids. I say, nah, fact check. The fact check says numerous studies support Greg. Then you say, well, there's this one study. And that's why I say it's not one study, because I'm trying to say there's a bunch of information out here beyond just one study. And then the fact check says, okay, that one study is what he says it is. I looked up the Cornell review of this. It was published in 2015. They found 79 studies worth looking at regarding same-sex parenting. They found 4 that support you. So I think there's still 2 more for you to find, because you brought up one other one in your reaction video. So go find those other 2. They found 75 that support my position on this. It is true that the scientific consensus changes over time. We used to allow leaded gasoline. We used to not know what DNA was. We used to think the sun revolves around the earth. The reason why we don't think those things now is because when somebody comes to the scientific community with a minority viewpoint that is compelling and seems to properly disprove the current consensus, the scientific community is open to that and ultimately will change their stance if they verify that this new idea is a better idea. So the fact that in the past the consensus has been wrong doesn't intrinsically add value to minority positions in the present tense in a scientific context. And so I think it's kind of misleading. It's a little bit of a magic trick, a multimedia sleight of hand, if you will, for you to grab like 1 or 2 studies, or it's like the largest data set or this or that. And in doing so, it's like you're trying to implicate this sense of the experts agree with me, but then you're ignoring what the expert consensus actually is. I imagine that there are some younger people in your audience who believe in climate change. To those people, you could do the same thing with climate change. Michael could say, almost all of the climate scientists believe climate change is real and caused by people. And I could say, this person says something else, and this study says something else, and it was the longest study. But it doesn't change the fact that almost all of the experts agree that climate change is real and caused by humans, right? So Michael Knowles, I will go on your show, whatever show it is, the Michael Knowles Hour, the Michael Knowles Experience. You can fly me out, you can have me zoom in, and I will talk to you about this. I'll talk to you about scientific consensus with respect to same-sex parenting, because I think I might be right on this and you might not be.